Hi folks, Mario Cavolo here. Welcome to the Dragon Roars On. I have to tell you, I'm ridiculously crazy, out of my mind excited right now. And it's because I don't believe a foreigner has ever made a video for you, another foreigner who just arrived in China, either a few days, weeks, or months ago, maybe even 2 or 3 years ago. And you're wondering, well, if I get sick, I need to use the Chinese hospitals and doctors. How do I do that? I don't think anyone's ever made a video to help walk you through what to do, how to go to a Chinese hospital, and that's what I'm about to do. There's only a couple of caveats. Otherwise, what I'm saying to you is this very, very clearly. I'm going to explain to you right now, and I've been here 20 years, and I've been going to Chinese hospitals and doctors for 20 years in probably no less than half a dozen cities. And at least 2 or 3 hospitals per city. So I mean, I've got a lot of experience, and you look at some of my other videos, you know why. I mean, I've done it all in small towns, little villages, local clinics, and then all the way up to the #1 level hospitals. Okay, and I have found some gems, wonderful local hospitals that are not crowded. The doctors are fantastic. Okay, so the main point I want to make to you here is that I'm going to tell you this in very simple steps. And I'll go through what each of the steps are. I want to tell you right now what they are. Ask, register, see the doctor, pay for the tests, do the tests, wait to collect the results of the tests, return to the doctor. Get a diagnosis. Doctor probably says, oh, you need some medicine. Pay for the medicine, go to the pharmacy, pick up your medicine, go home, and drink hot water. That's it. So I'm going to go through all of those steps with you one by one, and I'll do this in 10 minutes. And forgive me, I talk a lot, maybe a little longer than that. But the point is, I want you to be able to enjoy, navigate, and utilize China's hospitals and doctors. At the same time, avoid the difficulties that are associated with China's hospitals and doctors. That's what we're going to do in this video. I'll be right back. Thanks very much. All right. As I mentioned to you, every hospital in China gives you a patient book, and that's your patient book with all your records in it. The doctor's speaking with you, the doctor takes notes. Well, let me give you a little bit of an idea of how much experience I have. This is some of the hospitals that I've been to, and most of these are in Shanghai. So this is Ruijin Hospital in Shanghai. It's a #1 state-level hospital. And this one is Renji Hospital out in Pudong. And this is Baoshan Hospital in the north, out near the cruise ship terminal station. This is Longhua Hospital in the south, down near the sports stadium. And for Shanghai, I've also been to 2 local hospitals, one in Shujin Xingpu area, very nice, very quiet neighborhood, so not a lot of people. And also another nice local hospital near Century Park in Pudong side. Forget the names of those. Been there too. A couple of others I'm sure I've also been to. Also the one that I often recommend, very, very good. Well, Ruijin Hospital, Huashan Hospital, those are the #1 hospitals, but also this one here. And I showed you this in another video, Huadong Hospital. And again, they give you a patient book, okay? And the doctor writes everything that's happening. He's writing all the notes, page by page, dated. It's all in Chinese, of course. And you get your card, and so this is your computer card, this is your access card, right? So everything that happens in the hospital is because they swipe your card to have you in the computer. All right. And then finally, we lived 2 years in Hangzhou, just before we moved here to Shenyang in the north. And this is my patient card book from Zhejiang Hospital in Hangzhou. It started 20 years ago. I also lived for a year in Chengdu, and while I was in Chengdu, I got sick a few times and went to hospitals there. In fact, I lived on the campus of the famous Chengdu Traditional Chinese Medicine University, Huaxida, which was quite a great experience. Wow, that's going back 20 years. Okay, so you're a foreigner in town, you don't know what to do, and you need to go to the doctor. I'm going to stick with the standard kind of ailment. You have a fever, you have a flu, you feel icky, you have got a kind of a cough, and so you need to go to the doctor. Step 1, ask. You need to walk into the hospital, and in the main lobby of the hospital, you are looking for the nurses station, the main information station. Most of the time, it'll be in Chinese, and it'll say information. or information center. So you should be able to find it. You go there first, and there's normally two, if not more, nurses sitting there, and they want to know, and this is for Chinese people, they want to know, why are you here at the hospital? And you tell them, oh, I have a cough, chest, great. They have a bunch of little pieces of paper, little tags for the different departments, okay? They hand you the tag, and they hand you one of these patient books, right? And they say, that way, you're done asking. Now, from the very beginning, obviously we're implying something here, which is that your life is going to be 50,000 times easier if you can speak Chinese. Okay. So along the way, a little bit of Chinese. I have a fever, fa shao. I have a cold, ga mao. I have a cough, cusso. Okay. My throat hurts, ho long, pu hao. No good, bad. And you know, you just, even if you're in a situation where you are actually going to the hospital and you can't speak Chinese, look, I'm the first one to tell you you're at a disadvantage, but your life is not over. Sorry, 我英文不好, okay? 我中文不好, my Chinese no good. They know. Do you have someone who can help me? If it's at all possible, they will find a nurse or another doctor, someone in the hospital there who speaks a little bit of English to help you, but it's not a guarantee. Now, I've navigated China's hospital systems for 20 years. The last 13 years with my wife, who is, again, local from here in Shenyang, Chinese, and also my own Chinese. I can go, at this stage of my life here, I speak quite good Chinese, and I can go by myself. Okay, you understand. It's going to make a big difference. If anything you need is a bit more complicated, you can't go without speaking good Chinese, okay? In that case, if you are a foreigner and you need to go and you want English speaking, then at some hospitals, they do have English speaking department and or what they would call a VIP international department. Even other Chinese sometimes use this because they just want better service, okay? Every hospital doesn't have them. And again, it's a function of the doctors having some doctors on staff who happen to have studied English and speak better English. Great, wonderful if the hospital has that. Most of your larger hospitals have some doctors and some nurses who can speak pretty good English. Okay, so it may not be as bad as you think. All right, another thing. You go in and you see the doctors, and a lot of time they say, oh, I speak pretty good English, and they have a lot of fun seeing you as the foreigner because they see hundreds of Chinese patients every day, and when they finally get to see a foreigner and practice their English, they're kind of happy. So, you know, in that respect, you can get treated really, really well and more friendly and more fun, which is nice because it makes you feel a little better when you're feeling miserable, when you have the flu and have a fever, right? Okay, I digress. You go, you ask, and then they say, yep, okay, great, here's your little tag. You need to go see the doctors for your fever. Usually this is a general practitioner, 普通, general, 普通的, right? And then they say, 挂号. 挂号means go register. Step 2, go register. Where? Nali, where? Where do I go? There. Go register. 挂号 is register. Okay? These specific pinyin words I'll put in text. You'll see them in text in the video along the way, and you can write them down. Okay? Or take a snapshot with your mobile phone or screenshots or whatever you want to do. Okay? I want to keep this simple. So you go to register, and you've already been given the proper little piece of paper for the department. Sometimes they don't do that. They don't have the little pieces of paper. So you have to go. You have to be able to say which department you want to go. If you can't do that, once again, you've got to get the name from the nurses when you were in step 1 asking, what's the name of the department? Okay, 中医部, for example. 中医, that's Chinese medicine. Okay, so, oh, 中医部, bu is department, right? So which department? You go over and you register, and they put your name in the computer, your mobile number, your sex, male or female, your age. That's pretty much all they need. And then they give you one of these patient records, and they give you a card. You're all set to go. You've registered to do. Now, step number 3, see the doctor. Very simple. Now, this is like going anywhere else in the world, right? Time to go see the doctor. Where? Arlo, 2nd floor. Sanlo, 3rd floor. Where? 2nd floor? Just use a lot of body language if you don't speak good Chinese. 2nd floor? Yes, up the escalator, up 2nd floor. On the right, that way. Terrific. All along the way, you now have your patient record and your card in your hand of where you're supposed to go. So you can, as you're going there trying to find it, you can ask anyone along the way and just point to your paper. I need to go here, here. And they go, oh, that's that way. Great. And then there you go. You find the section, you find the department. In each department where you need to go, where you're going to go see the doctors, you have a waiting area and nurses. Well, again, you see the nurses, you walk right up to the nurses and give them your information. Here's my card, and you have a number. There's a screen. You're number 54. They're on number 31. And you need to wait. You're going to wait maybe 5 minutes. You're going to wait maybe 30 minutes. They're really, really busy. You're going to maybe wait over an hour. You're going to sit there, and you're going to wait like everybody else. It's not so bad. You're going to be in and out fast in one day, actually. It's kind of a miracle, to be frank with you. You sit there, and you wait. Oh, and there's your name, Mary. How do you know that? Because it's the only foreign name. All the other names up on the screen are number 20, number 31. There's Mary. Ah, Mary Jones. Great. There it is. 304. Okay? That's room 304. So all the rooms are there. There's lots of rooms. And you're going to go. You say, oh, there it is. And you go to room 304. You go there. It's a door. 304. You know, sign on the wall, little placard thing. That's it. And you wait, you walk in, you're going to go see the doctor. Now there's going to be people in front of you. There may be people behind you. Crowded, noisy. Deal with it. It's very simple. Okay, you're not sure what to do, ask someone else. Okay, walk in. This is my number. And then, and the doctor, oh yes, oh just wait a moment over here. And then the doctor tells you to wait a moment. Okay, terrific. Okay, so you got to communicate. Now you're seeing the doctor. What's wrong? Fever, sore throat, coughing, cusso. Ah, okay. More than likely, the doctor is going to say, tests. Well, if your cough's bad, yes, very bad. 糟糕，非常不好. Okay, well, we should do an x-ray. We even should maybe do a lung CT. We should pull your blood. Check to see if it's bacterial or not. If it's just viral, you won't have a raised blood count, white count in your blood. But if it's bacterial, then your white count will be raised, and they know right away it's bacterial. So you need an antibiotic. See what I mean? They do all of this right away. If you need your blood pulled, standard blood pull, standard blood panel is about call it $20, and x-ray, call it $10 to $20. If it's a CT scan, call it $60. Okay? Quite reasonable, incredible. I mean, what you'd pay for that back in America is 20 times the price. Okay? The doctor puts that in the computer. Understand? The doctor says, okay, so we're ordering your blood test, and we're ordering you, and let's just say in this case, a lung CT scan. Okay, it's now in the computer. It's now on your card. Okay, go pay for it. We are already at step 4 out of 8, and you've been at the hospital for about an hour. Okay, go pay for the tests. This has nothing to do with health insurance. This is you going in, paying the reasonable prices required to buy what you need. You go, okay, where do I go pay? Back to the cashier, the place where you registered. Hand in the card. And they'll say, well, what do they do? They don't know what to do. Yeah, they do. They're going to swipe your card. Shoop, and they immediately see, there it is on the computer screen. Ah, this person needs to pay for their blood work and for their x-ray, for their lung CT scan. Terrific. And you pay for it. All right. You get a receipt. It's paid for. There's going to be a barcode on it. And you now want to know, okay, great, I just paid for it. Where do I go? Over there to where they pull blood. You know, the nurses all sitting at stations in a row with those rubber tubes, and they wrap the tube around you. You put your arm down in a little window, hi, and they're going to wrap the rubber tube around your arm, pull your blood into 2 or 3 little vials, right? That's it. So you find, where is that station to pull your blood? Choshue is what it's called. All right. Again, ask where, which direction, which way, that way or that way. Body language is a wonderful thing. And the lung CT scan. Oh, okay, great. So they're going to pull your blood down there at the end of the corridor on the first floor. CT scans upstairs on the right, up on the second floor. Okay, go get your blood work pulled, because the blood work, well, both of these are going to take 1 hour to 2 hours for the result the same day. Can you imagine this? You go to the hospital and you're getting blood work and CT scan and the result for the blood work to the CT scan on the same day. It's a miracle. It's fast, cheap, and effective. Try this back in America. If you did this in America, you'd have to go to the emergency department. It wouldn't happen as fast, and the bill would be $5,000. It's just absolutely incredible. So you go to get the lung CT scan. Again, same story. Upstairs to the CT X-ray department where they have all the CT machines, the big machines in the individual rooms, right? You go there, you go to the nurse, and you hand the nurse your card, and you hand the nurse the paper. She already knows you're in you're registered. She says, okay, and you're going to go to CT door number 3, okay? And you wait. There might be 2 or 3. When I've gone to do CT scans, the majority of the time, there's anywhere from only 1 or 2 to no more than 6 or 8 people in front of you. So you're going to wait a little while. Each CT scan doesn't take that long. As you know, each person maybe 5-10 minutes. And you go get your CT scan done. Okay? Now you're done. And you have to wait. And we are at, it's amazing, ask, register, see, pay, do the tests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6, we're at step 6. Wait. You've been given a piece of paper that has the barcode on it. There's ATM machines in the hospital. They'll tell you which ones. You take the piece of paper with the barcode and you slip it under the ATM machine. They say, you wait 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. They will tell you, wait 1 hour. Okay. Then go to the machine. And it's a scanner, just like in the grocery store, right? It's a barcode scanner. You slip the piece of paper under the barcode scanner. There's the ATM machine, okay? And it's all in Chinese, so you have to ask other people. If your test is ready, it will automatically print out and you're done. If you put your receipt under the barcode and it's not ready yet, you have to keep waiting. So you ask someone, and they're like, oh, no, not ready yet. Once it's ready, your blood result comes out of the machine, prints out, computer printout, and the lung CT scan result. Here's examples right here, okay? See this? That's blood work, printed out of the machine, okay? And again, you can see, right, for all your blood work, you got plus or minus arrows. Up means higher, arrow down means lower than the normal range. There's your blood work, okay? CT scan. There's a CT scan result. See all the printing on the middle of that thing? CT scan result. It's in Chinese. You don't need to know what it says. Okay? What it says is the result of the CT scan. So the actual report of the CT scan is already printed out right there for the doctor to see. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to take a break right there and come back to you in just a few minutes. Thanks. All right. You now have your patient book, your test results, and your patient card in hand. What do you do next? Next step is return to the doctor to get a diagnosis. This is where it's very interesting in China, because you go back and cut in line. You remember the door, you originally went to room 301, remember, to see the doctor? And now you were wondering what all those other people were doing, crowded around the desk while you're standing there. They were walking in and putting their papers on the table, and now you know. You walk back in to the same doctor that you saw earlier, who's seeing other patients. You walk back in and you kind of, now as a foreigner, this is the part that's a little bit crazy because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't, I'm not in the line, and they know that. So you just have to make it known that you're there. If you're really, really shy, this is tough. So, because you have to walk into the room and kind of go, uh, uh, hi, and lots of other Chinese people are doing the same thing, but they have the advantage of they're the ones speaking Chinese, right? You could also let an easier thing you can do, an easier way to solve this is go to the nurses station outside the doctors where you went to see the doctors. Go to the nurses and say, show her the papers. She goes, your test results. Come on, they can read it. They know what it is. Great. So where do I go? What? Nali nali. And the nurse is like, okay, come. And the nurse will take you back in to see the doctor. And the nurse sees the doctor, and the doctor sees the nurse, and the nurse points at you and, okay, just wait right there. And then you're in the room there with the doctor. You've returned to the doctor to review your test results and get your diagnosis. You might have to wait a few minutes. Pretty amazing, isn't it? There you are, back talking to the doctor again on the same day. It's incredible. It's fast, efficient, cheap, and you're going to get an excellent diagnosis. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so now you're there for diagnosis, and the doctor looks at the lung CT scan report and says, hey, guess what? Great. It's infection. It's only in your bronchitis. It's only in your bronchial tube, so there's no infection in your lungs, which would be pneumonia. That's good news. Okay, bronchial. Blood work. Oh, yes, your white count is elevated. You mentioned you had a fever. We took your temperature also when you first came. So we know you need some antibiotics. Great. That's it. You're so close to being done here. The next thing you're going to do, the doctor's going to say, great, you need some antibiotics. Folks, in China, if you have a flu, fever, cough type thing where you need antibiotics, they go to 3. They go to the cephalosporin family group, okay? The latest of which is, you have cefixime, cephedrine, the latest of which is the fourth or fifth generation cephalosporins, which is penicillin. See right here? Cefurixime. It's the latest and greatest in the basic penicillin family. Okay? The other possibility is the floxins, levofloxacin, ciprofloxacin, norfloxacin, and you might get that. And the third one is in America, they call it the Zithromax, which is azithromycin, which is another, I think, one that's regarded as a bit stronger. Normally, you're going to get one of those 3, and you're going to get a prescription. Again, it's on your card. There's your antibiotic prescription. Take this antibiotic for the next 5 days. And 10 days. Well, if you got a bad cough, they're going to tell you minimum 7 days. And then come back. Depends on how you feel, but you should come back for a checkup. See how you're doing. Okay, let the doctor come see you again. They might give you some cough medicine, or recommend a cough medicine, and you say, oh, what's the name of it? Oh, this is cough medicine, and you go buy it at the local pharmacy. But the antibiotic, you'll buy right there at the hospital. Now, in a lot of pharmacies in China, all over the country, you can also go to any pharmacy and pick up the antibiotic, okay, without a prescription. That's beside the point. You're at the hospital. There's a pharmacy in the hospital. You're going to go back with your patient card. You're going to go pay for the medicine. Just like you did with paying for the tests. Pay for the medicine. Go to the pharmacy. Where's the pharmacy? Pharmacy's on the 3rd floor. Pharmacy's on the 1st floor. That way. Great. Go to the pharmacy. Almost always the sign in English, in Chinese and in English, it says pharmacy. You literally stand in line, give them the card, you get back your cough medicine, and you get back your antibiotics. Congratulations, you have survived the hospital and doctor system of China. Amazing experience. Can be crazy, can be noisy, a bit different than what it is back in America, but you are done. We'll be right back.